What's up guys, take a look here, back again with episode 4 of Defeating the Streak. Now in the last episode we came awfully close with Scott Hall as one of your DLC superstars. Now we attempt to, do it with one man that people might call the ultimate competitor. The ultimate energetic enigma. You might have guessed it by now. The late, the great, Ultimate Warrior. Now, it seems as though our mix of power and speed with Big E didn't come off as well as we'd hoped, and the old school approach of Scott Hall was far more successful than his predecessors. So again, we're going with the old school approach of Ultimate Warrior. So, guys, as always, I'm letting you watch this DLC entrance. Ultimate Warrior was actually a pre-order code which most people got at the start, and as you can see, energetically making his way down to the ring. Quite a fast entrance here, guys. So, you know, before we start this awesome match, and I am going to give my all to beat the streak with this great man, I just want to take this time to just say how sad it was, but somehow how fitting it was that the Ultimate Warrior's last appearance would be after WrestleMania, after being inducted into the Hall of Fame. His promo was somewhat eerie, but it was right of a legend, if that makes any sense. Like, if anyone has the right to say the kind of things that Ultimate Warrior was saying that day, was the Ultimate Warrior. And I think I speak for us all when I say how much every one of us wrestling fans really does miss that great man. And look at that, few men can stand toe to toe with the Phenom, with the dead man, the Undertaker. But Ultimate Warrior does have no problem indeed doing that, as we drop the Undertaker with a big boot straight off straight off the bat. Ultimate Warrior there with two big boots, aiming for a third, misses. But straight away, the Ultimate Warrior, not afraid to throw hands with Undertaker at all either. Look at that. Ultimate Warrior really does know how to hold his own. But the guy had such a great career, guys. I mean, okay, yes, him and WWE weren't on good terms for quite a while after his initial departure from the company. And Warrior with a big slam there, fully in control at the moment. Even the dead man can't keep up with the speed and sheer strength of the Ultimate Warrior. But as I was saying, guys, he weren't on good terms with the company for a while. You know, him and Hulk Hogan were known to be feuding. Like, they never got along for whatever reason. But excuse me, but him and Vince made up over WrestleMania weekend. I remember seeing a picture on, I believe it was Stephanie McMahon's Twitter, displaying that they had indeed made up, which was nice. I'm glad to see the Warrior's daughters rather, and his wife were at a WWE live event even a few weeks after he passed away, maybe even a month or two after he passed away, in like late May, early June, and they were still, you know, they're still being supported by WWE and being allowed to grieve. I remember reading Dana, and I think that's his wife, Dana. I remember reading her open letter to the universe on WrestleZone.com, and it was a touching letter, guys. I mean, it really expressed how Ultimate Warrior was really happy to be back and things like that. But I suppose the quick passing of Ultimate Warrior really does show us all how quickly life can end and how precious it is. As Ultimate Warrior there, oh no, I thought he was going for the press slam, and he was indeed, but Taker had the wherewithal to reverse it. And here we go again, trying with the press slam again. This is it, guys. The dead man is down. The Ultimate Warrior is in control as he smashes that big elbow across the back of the head. Ultimate Warrior now running, taking down the dead man. And no one can match the power of the Warrior. As Warrior is showing off there, and it might cost him. And the dead man there of a net breaker. But no, guys, it was just really nice to see how all the dots were connected. I mean, so many people, you know, pass away and don't get to say goodbye and things like that. So many sudden deaths in the wrestling business. At least Ultimate Warrior got to say goodbye to his fans, got to have the spotlight one more time as we shove Undertaker into the corner there, and deservingly so. But anyway, guys, what I really wanted to talk to you about, as well as Ultimate Warrior in this video, was The Undertaker. Surprisingly enough, it is a video about The Undertaker as well. Do you guys think he'll be back for WrestleMania 31? And if so, in what capacity? Now, there's been a few things written. I mean, obviously, a lot of you probably know by now that it was rumoured that he was in, as the Warrior drops him there, he was in really bad condition. Oh, good DDT there. He was in really bad condition after WrestleMania 30. He had concussions and things like that. And one of the reasons why the decision was made for the streak to end, in some people's opinion anyway, which is one of the things going around, was that Vince himself thought that Taker didn't have many matches in him, or he thought it would indeed be Taker's last match. There were health concerns last year whether Taker would be back in time for WrestleMania 29 to face the best in the world, CM Punk, and luckily everything worked out on that occasion, as Warrior really not giving an inch. Okay, he's down at the moment, but really not giving an inch to Undertaker in this battle between two behemoths. And oh my goodness, is Taker beginning to take control now. But anyway, there was fitness issues around 29. You know, he didn't, you know, I've been watching The Undertaker for years, and I do mean years. I'm 21, and I first started watching WWE in like 1997. So that's since I was, well, let's just put it this way, young. As I'm totally, the swing of this match has just totally swung in the Undertaker's favour, as Warrior now coming back, just as I've said that. But for me, guys, it's really sad to see. Like, I never want to see it get to the point for the dead man where he can't wrestle anymore. And that's what it was. But, you know, anyway, the question that I wanted to ask is, do you believe Undertaker will be back next year? And if so, oh goodness gracious, we're going to get tombstone. And if so, in what capacity? Will he get revenge on Lesnar? Will he face Sting, as what's been rumoured for years? Like, many different outcomes, many different ways in which that can go. Or quite simply, he could just do a Stone Cold and quietly retire, which is, I believe, as Ultimate Warrior plants him on the ground again there, I believe, which is not what many people want to see at all. People don't want to see a legend like The Undertaker retire on the quiet. We all want to give him the send-off he deserves. And he deserves, as Warrior goes sliding over the steps there, straight into the steel steps. Undertaker definitely with the upper hand now, but he deserves a send-off. And by a send-off, guys, I mean, hear me out. I know, you know, I believe in getting the younger guys over as well, creating new stars and all this as well. As Warrior really is reversing the tombstone there. Did we? Oh, I wanted to get him on the steps. Sadly, we couldn't get him on the steps there. But, you know, Undertaker should win the title one more time. There's rumours that Brock Lesnar will indeed be Triple H's plan B, so to speak, in the next feud, in the next level of that feud. What if Lesnar wins the title, holds on to it all the way to WrestleMania, and Taker comes back for revenge, comes back to stop Lesnar in his tracks, as we go for another Gorilla Press Slam. That is it, Military Press Slam rather. The Warrior, boom, Warrior with the pin. What the hell, that's some unorthodox pin, and oh, we got him, no, did we get him? Oh, we got him. Ultimate Warrior with 2 finishes in hand finally manages to break the streak. I thought he kicked out, guys, but the Ultimate Warrior beats The Undertaker in the ultimate fashion. Domination at its finest, guys, and that is a fitting end to the streak. None of this Brock Lesnar bullshit, if you will. That is a fitting end to being beaten by a legend like the Ultimate Warrior. But anyway, guys, just before we can end this video, seeing the Warrior celebrate as we are right now, I don't know, what if Lesnar holds on to the title all the way until Mania, and then Taker comes back in his revenge match, wins the title, takes everything away from Brock Lesnar, everything he holds dear, and somehow manages to pull off the unthinkable and win the world title and retire by winning the WWE World Heavyweight title. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Let me know if you think that's a possibility or a circumstance that you would like to see. Until then, guys, this has been Taker.